The Lion King, A Tale of Courage, Family, and Destiny. Once upon a time in the sun-drenched Pride Lands of Africa, a wise and noble lion named Mufasa ruled as king. He guided the circle of life, ensuring that all creatures lived in harmony. His queen Sarabi was equally wise and compassionate together. They brought peace and prosperity to the Pride Lands. One beautiful morning, the kingdom buzzed with excitement. Mufasa and Sarabi had a newborn son, Simba, the future king. Animals of all kinds gathered at Pride Rock to celebrate. Rafiki, a wise and mystical mandrill, lifted the tiny cub high into the sky for all to see. Symbolizing Simba's place in the great circle of life, the animals roared, trumpeted, and cheered in celebration. Simba grew to be a curious and adventurous cub. His days were filled with mischief, laughter, and lessons from his father. Mufasa taught Simba about responsibility and respect for all living things. One evening, as they sat on the edge of Pride Rock watching the stars, Mufasa said everything. The light touches is our kingdom, but being king isn't about taking. It's about giving, about understanding the delicate balance of life. Simba idolized his father, but was also a little reckless. Scar, Mufasa's younger brother, noticed this and saw an opportunity. Scar was jealous of Mufasa and Simba because he wanted to be king behind his smooth words and polite demeanor. Scar was filled with bitter and ambition. One day, Scar took Simba aside and said, "There's a fascinating place beyond the Pride Lands called the Elephant Graveyard. Only the bravest lions dare to go there. But of course, it's no place for a young cub like you." Simba's curiosity was piqued. Ignoring his father's warnings, Simba convinced his best friend Nala to explore the forbidden place. With him, the two cubs snuck away from their babysitter, Zazu the Hornbill, who served as Mufasa's advisor. When they arrived at the elephant graveyard, they were both amazed and a little scared. Massive skeletons of elephants surrounded them, and the air was thick with danger. Suddenly, a pack of hyenas, Shenzi, Bonsai, and Ed, appeared, weed-snarling and hungry. The hyenas chased Simba and Nala, cornering them in a pit. Just as the situation seemed hopeless, Mufasa arrived, roaring with such power that the hyenas fled in terror. Simba felt ashamed for disobeying his father. Mufasa forgave him, but reminded him of the importance of responsibility and the dangers of arrogance. Meanwhile, Scar grew impatient. He devised a plan to take over the throne, using the hyenas as his allies. He orchestrated a stampede of wilder beasts in the gorge, knowing Simba would be there when the stampede began. Scar feigned concern and alerted Mufasa, who rushed to save Simba. Mufasa managed to rescue Simba and lift him to safety. But as he tried to climb out of the gorge, Scar revealed his true colors. He dug his claws into Mufasa's paws and whispered, "Long live the king," before throwing him into the stampede. Mufasa fell, and the stampede trampled him. Simba watched in horror when the dust settled. He ran to his father's side, nudging him, hoping he would wake up. Scar appeared, fidgeting sympathy. "It's your fault, Simba. He said you caused his death, run away, and never return heartbroken." And believing Scar's words, Simba fled the Pride Lands. Scar seized the opportunity, declaring himself king. With the hyenas by his side, he allowed overhunting and destruction, turning the once thriving Pride Lands into a barren wasteland. Simba, meanwhile, wandered into the desert, exhausted, Ed, and alone. Just when he was about to give up, a meerkat named Timon and a warthog named Pumbaa found him. They nursed him back to health and introduced him to their carefree philosophy, Hakuna Matata, which means no worries. Simba grew up in the jungle, enjoying his new life of leisure. He buried his past, pretending it didn't matter. But deep down, he still felt the weight of his father's death. Years later, Simba's childhood friend Nala ventured into the jungle while searching for help. She was overjoyed to find Simba alive and begged him to return to the Pride Lands. "Scar has destroyed everything," she said. "We need you to take your place as King Simba." Hesitated, still haunted by guilt and self-doubt, but then Rafiki appeared, guiding him to a quiet spot there. Rafiki pointed Simba to his reflection in the water. At first, Simba saw only himself, but then the image of Mufasa appeared in the stars above. "Remember who you are." Mufasa's voice echoed, "You are my son, and the one true king," filled with newfound courage. Simba returned to the Pride Lands with Timon and Pumbaa. What he saw broke his heart: dry, desolate land and starving animals. Simba confronted Scar, who mocked him, and revealed the truth about Mufasa's death. Simba realized he had been deceived and challenged. Scar for the throne, a fierce battle broke out between Simba's allies and Scar's hyenas. Simba and Scar faced off at top of Pride Rock as a thunderstorm raged. Scar tried to flee, but Simba cornered him. Showing mercy, Simba spared his uncle, but the hyenas, angry at Scar's betrayal, turned on him. With Scar defeated, Simba ascended Pride Rock. He let out a powerful roar that echoed across the land. Rain began to fall, washing away the darkness and destruction. Life slowly returned to the Pride Lands. Simba, now a wise and compassionate king, ruled alongside Nala. They restored the Pride Lands, bringing back peace and prosperity. Rafiki presented Simba and Nala's newborn cub to the animals, continuing the circle of life. And so the Pride Lands thrived once more, a testament to courage, redemption, and the enduring power of family.